Welcome to a journey through the bizarre and hilarious corners of American law. A world where reason sometimes takes an unexpected holiday. Picture this: quirky rules, absurd restrictions, and historical oddities that seem almost too funny to be true. Today, we're counting down 20 of the dumbest laws in the United States, each one a delightful blend of legal seriousness and whimsical absurdity. Let's begin our countdown in Arizona, a state where a law exists simply because a bathtub once became a donkey's bed. In the 1920s, after a flood swept away a donkey snoozing in a tub, authorities decided it was best to outlaw such unusual naps. The rule may sound silly, but it reminds us that sometimes necessity calls for the strangest of remedies. The absurdity of law meets the unpredictability of nature in this timeless Southern tale. Next, we head to Alabama. Imagine stepping into a church where decorum is taken so seriously that even a fake mustache is banned if it causes laughter. This law was created to maintain a respectful atmosphere during sacred ceremonies. It's a humorous reminder of how rules can sometimes stretch far beyond practicality, enforcing not just physical behavior, but even the way we express our humor in the holiest of spaces. In Georgia, the law becomes a real brain teaser. No ice cream cones tucked away in your back pocket on Sundays. Originally designed to thwart horse theft by preventing deceptive distractions, this regulation combines a touch of clever cunning with an unyielding commitment to order. The image of someone sneaking ice cream cones as a ploy might raise both a smile and a sigh of disbelief at how sometimes laws are born of very practical, albeit quirky, intentions. California offers us another gem in Berkeley, where it is illegal to whistle for your lost canary before 7 a.m. The origins of this rule remain as mysterious as the morning fog, leaving us to wonder if someone's early morning bird search ever disrupted the peace. The law's lingering presence is a playful nod to times when the boundaries of law and everyday life melted together in unexpected ways. Over in Florida, an equally perplexing law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sundays. This outdated regulation reflects a time when social norms dictated even the most personal acts of adventure. Although rarely enforced today, the rule paints a picture of a bygone era, when legal systems tried to govern every detail of citizens' lives, blurring the lines between personal freedom and societal expectations. Minnesota takes absurdity to new heights by forbidding the crossing of state lines with a duck perched on your head. The origins of this law likely relate to preserving public order and ensuring safety in an unpredictable world. Imagine a parade of individuals proudly sporting their feathered headgear. It's as outlandish as it sounds, a humorous yet serious reminder that sometimes laws are crafted to maintain the oddest forms of order. Texas presents us with a rule that is as stark as it is serious. You cannot sell your own eye. Designed as part of broader legislation to curb the exploitation and trafficking of human organs, the rule carries a purpose far beyond its quirky presentation. It juxtaposes the bizarre with a deep concern for ethical practices, proving that even in our most eccentric laws, there can lie an important message about protecting human dignity. In Kentucky, if you ever consider dyeing a duckling blue, beware. It's illegal unless you sell 6 or more. This peculiar regulation was conceived to prevent casual, perhaps impulsive alterations to nature that might result in neglect. The law stands as a colorful reminder of how legal rules sometimes extend into the realm of controlling the aesthetics of life itself. A crossroads where commerce and absurdity meet in the most unexpected of ways. Massachusetts has a law that forbids the act of scaring pigeons in public parks. Initially intended to protect wildlife and maintain public peace, the regulation reflects an almost tender concern for nature's smaller creatures. It sparks a smile as we imagine wide-eyed pigeons startled by someone's mischievous antics, a quiet reminder that even mundane actions in public spaces can be subject to the watchful eyes of the law. Ohio brings us an eyebrow-raising law. Giving alcohol to a fish is prohibited. This eccentric rule was crafted as a measure against animal cruelty and to protect aquatic life from harm. The absurdity lies in the literal image of a fish getting tipsy, a light-hearted yet oddly earnest nod to the extent to which rules can extend their protective arms over even the underwater world. In North Carolina, the fun continues with a law regulating bingo games. They cannot last more than 5 hours. While seemingly trivial, this rule aims to prevent gambling addiction and ensure that recreational activities remain just that, fun and harmless. The law encapsulates the delicate balance between leisure and regulation, blending humor with a genuine concern for public health and well-being in community gatherings. We now head to South Carolina, where horses are explicitly forbidden from being kept in bathtubs. Much like Arizona's donkey law, this rule was likely introduced to prevent potential hazards and property damage. It's a vivid illustration of how laws sometimes cater to the most unusual intersections of everyday life and animal behavior, making us chuckle at the sheer surrealness of such a legal decree. In New York, a curious ordinance exists where slippers are banned in certain areas after 10 p.m. Think about the quiet streets and the gentle rhythm of a city at night. This law was likely created to ward off late-night disturbances. The simple act of wearing comfortable footwear transforms into a matter of public order, blending urban legend with bureaucratic oversight in a delightfully absurd way. Washington state spices things up further with a law that makes it illegal to harass Bigfoot. Passed in Skamania County in 1969, this ordinance was designed to protect a creature steeped in local folklore, preserving the mystique of legends for future generations. It's an example of law made in the spirit of humor and reverence for mystery, inviting us all to consider the fine line between myth and reality. Vermont brings us a throwback to outdated social norms with a law that once required women to obtain their husband's permission to acquire false teeth. Although long since obsolete, this regulation serves as a stark reminder of the historical restrictions placed on personal autonomy. It is both absurd and tragic, reflecting a time when the law sought to mediate even the most personal aspects of life in ways that are hard to imagine today. In Oklahoma, the law takes a quirky turn. Making ugly faces at dogs is strictly forbidden. On the surface, this statute might seem trivial, yet it serves a deeper purpose in promoting decency and respectful behavior toward animals. The sheer absurdity of this rule, however, reminds us that sometimes legislation can traverse the realms of human eccentricity, blending humor with a genuine effort to maintain a kind, considerate society. Kansas introduces a culinary twist with a law stating that serving ice cream with cherry pie is illegal. Whether born from a desire to preserve traditional serving methods, or simply the whimsy of local customs, this regulation highlights how legal oddities can even extend into the realm of food. It invites us to consider just how far the reach of the law can go, all the way into our kitchens and dessert menus. In Maine, seasonal order takes center stage. The law requires residents to take down their Christmas decorations by January 14th, ensuring that holiday cheer does not overstay its welcome. This rule reflects community values, ensuring that neighborhoods remain orderly and aesthetically pleasing after the festive season. It's a gentle nudge from the law reminding everyone that, while celebration is precious, even decorations have their season. Illinois presents us with a law that appears almost like a survival guideline. Eating inside a burning building is banned. This regulation serves as a stern warning against reckless behavior in emergencies. While the imagery is undoubtedly absurd, it underscores the importance of safety and caution during times of crisis, blending grim practicality with an over-the-top legislative twist. Finally, we travel to Louisiana, where prank ordering pizzas for others is explicitly outlawed. Designed to prevent harassment and the inconvenience of unwanted deliveries, this law strikes at the heart of everyday mischief. It's an endearing reminder that while the law often assumes an air of seriousness, it still has room to guard us against the playful yet troublesome antics that can disrupt our daily routines. As we reflect on these strange statutes, a common thread emerges. Each law tells a story of a time, a circumstance, or a whimsical solution to an unexpected problem. Whether born of historical events, cultural quirks, or the need for protection in the most unlikely scenarios, these rules remind us of the fascinating interplay between law and life. They compel us to question, laugh, and perhaps even appreciate the creative, but sometimes baffling, approaches taken by legislators throughout history. Now pause and imagine a United States where each county's legal code doubles as a collection of humorous anecdotes. The laws we've explored today might seem nonsensical, and yet they reveal so much about the cultural evolution and societal priorities of their times. The absurdity makes us smile, and the trace of a historical lesson in each statute adds a layer of intrigue that goes far beyond mere entertainment. The countdown may be over, but the conversation is just beginning. Which of these bizarre rules do you find the most absurd? Is it the idea of donkeys and bathtubs in Arizona, or should we crown the law against fake mustaches in church as the funniest of all? Your thoughts and opinions are a vital part of this curious exploration. Comment below and join the conversation. Remember, sometimes the strangest laws reveal the most about us.